Hello, good morning. Welcome to Wednesday, April 15th version of Office Hours. So, let me get all my stuff pulled up. Alright. Hold on, let's see. Okay, here we go. Alright, so the only question I had was over a pre-cal thing, a pre-cal assignment, so I was going to address that on the stream. If you are watching the stream, I've already emailed you back on the solution, but I figured I would work it here if other people had questions too. So let's pull up the Google Classroom. Oh, except this is my wife's Chrome. Hold on. Get to do all this. Yeah, you have different profiles on Chrome and you have different saved accounts. There's my shortcut, and then this isn't going to work. Yeah, they don't let teachers have Google Classrooms on their main account. You have to go to their student.gccic.net account, which is a little strange, admittedly. Okay. So let's pull up y'all's most recent homework. Whoa. Okay. So the question I received in email was from a regular student, so it's going to be in the regular section. I think the method still applies to the pre-P version, but right here, the question was specifically on number 8, but you could do any other problem similar to this if you want. You've got tangent, which of course we have a square root, so it's going to make the number weird, but also the angles that it's asking you for is between 540 and 630, which is not on your standard angles from 0 to 360. So 2 tricks to this problem. One is you have to figure out, let me open PowerPoint. One is to figure out what quadrant you're in, and 2 is to label everything correctly. You're going to have to use coterminal angles for this. Okay. Just waiting for PowerPoint to open. I do have an announcement I want to make today. We'll do that after this question. There we go. Come on. My laptop is a little slow sometimes. It did just boot. I woke up not that long ago. When the kids sleep in, it's fantastic. You get to actually feel like you get some sleep at night. Okay, so you had... Oh, almost knocked my coffee over. Tangent. Hey. Tangent of theta. Remember, this is just single theta. And it was 10 squared is 21 over 63. And then you are between 540 and 630. And then find sine of 2 theta. Here, so I know that's behind the overlay, whatever. Y'all don't need it right now. Okay, so we have 10 squared is 21 over 63. Now remember, tangent is opposite over adjacent, or your y-coordinate divided by your x-coordinate. So when I draw a diagram of this, when I want to make that little triangle, you've got to figure out which quadrant you're in. Now tangent's positive, which means you have to be in quadrant 1 or quadrant 3, which should give you a hint. Remember the all students take calculus thing. Cough, cough. 540 and 630, you just have to take away 360 from both of those to figure out what quadrant you want to be in. So 540 minus 360 is 180. And 630 minus 360 is 270. So now that you see, you're used to those numbers. Between 180 and 270 is in quadrant 3. So when we draw out our reference angle, when we do our little triangle, the opposite side, the y-coordinate, is 10 square root of 21. And the adjacent side is 63. Okay. Did y'all hear that? My kid's breaking something out there. Okay. So we want sine 2 theta. So we are going to eventually need to use the formula for that, which is 2 sine cosine. So I've got to figure out how to plug in sine and cosine. Both of those are going to use the hypotenuse. So I've got to do Pythagorean theorem to figure this out. The other detail that we need to remember here is that both of those coordinates are negative because we're in quadrant 3. You went to the left and you went down. So you don't see the negative in the problem statement because you've got a negative divided by a negative. So it's a double negative. And you've seen this trick before. I've thrown this trick at you plenty of times, but it's one that's really easy to forget. Both the x and y coordinate are negative. So these numbers are somewhat uncomfortably large to do mentally. So let's actually pull up a calculator here. Oh, I accidentally pulled up Cortana. Hold on. There's my app. Hello. What the heck is going on? Okay, so we want to do Pythagorean theorem with those two numbers. So square root ahead of time. We've got 10 square root of 21 squared. And these are the opposite and adjacent, so we're going to add these squares together. And remember, who cares about the negatives because it's getting squared anyways. Oh, did this one not end up being a whole number hypotenuse? I got the problem right? Oh, we have another square root. What ended up being the solution to 8? Yep. Oh no, it should be 17 on the bottom then. What did I type in wrong? Did I open 2 of these? Is that why I got... Oh, yeah, I did. Let's see, well that squared would be 100 times 21. It should just be 289. No, it's not. We gotta simplify radical. Can we just leave it? We're just gonna leave it. I'm assuming 6069 just ends up reducing at the end. Let's see, sine would be that over square root. I'm going to just write and talk. I'm assuming these numbers are just going to be super annoying. Okay, so the hypotenuse square root of 6069, which I'm not going to bother reducing right now. Okay, so 2 times sine times cosine I'm going to assume a lot of that reduces after we're done with this. So we've got a double negative, so it's going to be positive at the end. So we know that square root of 21 sticks because we took a look at the answer already. So somehow 2 times 10 times 63 is going to reduce this, because on the bottom you're going to have square root of 6069 times square root of 6069, which is just 6069. So let's use our calculator to reduce that fraction. So we've got 2 times 10 times 63. On the bottom we just have 6069. Yeah, so that matches the answer key. We had the right number, we just needed to actually write it out. So the answer is 60 times square root of 21 over 289. Annoyingly large numbers, but our calculator does all the work for us. So okay, so there was the only actual homework question I had yesterday. The only announcement I have, I said I was going to talk about yesterday, and it's not going to be like a super, like crazy change the way the course is done announcement, anything like that. But the only announcement I have is that starting next week, because I want to give people some time to actually log into something they actually care about, because we just have office hours for the rest of this week. But I'm going to do something called homework drops. If you're not familiar with what Twitch does, there are some streamers that actually have drops, like they're sponsored by some sort of video game, and if they watch the stream long enough, or if they open the stream enough times, they'll give them a special item in their video game or something like that. So I'm going to start doing that with homework grades. I'm going to start giving small little bits of extra credit randomly to people that are logged into the stream to try to boost attendance a little bit. So starting next week on Monday, April 20th, right? So starting on Monday, April 20th, once per day, or maybe twice per day, I haven't decided the actual numbers yet, but I am going to randomly give out little passes to people that actually are logged into Twitch with an actual username, and it'll be worth, like 5 extra credit points on a homework assignment or something, which is right now a really big deal because homework is 80% of your average. So something to just help boost your grade a little bit and reward you for tuning into the stream. So we're going to start that on Monday, April 20th. All right. So that is my quote-unquote big announcement. And I guess the other thing I had to talk about is down at the bottom. If you look at the bottom of the stream, there's a little box called exit tickets. If you have anything that you need me to address, or if you have any comments or questions or concerns, anything like that, you can just leave a comment down there. It does get reviewed by me before it gets posted, but it does become public. Also, you can click little fireworks if you just click the little box. That's fun. I guess that's pretty much it for today. I mean, I'll be available for the rest of the day. For the rest of the hour, and of course the rest of the day too. But let me know if you have any questions. And dual credit, you're studying up for your test. Pre-cal, you're finishing up your homework, getting ready for a test next week. And if you are participating in the extra credit, your checkpoint number 2 is due tonight. I have a list of all. I think we ended up with 27 groups total. Yeah, we have 27 groups total. So if you do not meet checkpoint number 2, then you do not get to get your extra credit. So please meet all your checkpoints. All right, that's it for me. I'll be around. I'm going to shut off this recording, but just let me know. See you later.